hot. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, bro. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How you doing? How you doing? I might not be able to see you because I'm up here and the phone is down some. So, but look, I know that L, okay? I know the L and I know the lion emojis, okay? So I see that. Just wanted to check in. How you doing, bro? Thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. How am I on this marvelous Monday? I'm doing good. How about you? I hope you're doing marvelous. Hope you're doing magnificent. Okay. I hope this is a money making, motivating, meticulous Monday. Because you gotta be meticulous about the way you move on Mondays, right? You gotta be meticulous about the way you move every day. But Monday is the beginning of the week, the first day of the work week. So we want to be very, very, very meticulous because we want to set the tone for the rest of the week, right? So hey to everybody who stops by, whether you say hi or not, whether you catch the replay, whether you're here for a few seconds, a few minutes, or a portion of the live. We're going to try and get 30 minutes in today. It is hot outside. So we're with Ellie, okay? We're on Ellie the Elliptical, and y'all know that Ellie is my best friend, okay? The numbers on Ellie, they don't lie to you, okay? The numbers on Ellie don't lie. The only way Ellie will lie is if she needs new batteries, okay? Yes, it's humid. Hot and humid. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is. I think it's like that everywhere. Lawrence, I saw that there's another heat advisory. There's another heat advisory for many of the states. So, whatever you guys are doing, make sure that you're staying cool. Okay, you're staying hydrated. You're eating good. Eating properly. When we mean good, we mean properly. Eating well. All right. When you sweat, if you work out, which we hope you do, we encourage you to do what? At least 30 minutes of cardio each and every day. If your fitness level will allow. If your health and fitness level will allow. If not, do 10 or 15 minutes, whatever it is you can do. It can be 5 minutes. It can be 2 minutes straight, okay? As long as you're doing something. As long as you're moving. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Be consistent. And be persistent about being consistent. Just keep moving. Move those legs as fast as you can. Can't move them fast, that's okay. As long as there's motion, okay? As long as there's motion. Move those arms. You guys know when I'm with Ellie, we got the sidebars so we can ski, right? We got the regular bars where we can just kind of bike it, sit down on it, stand up on it, okay? Yes, it is hot. It is humid. Okay, hot and humid. So, and that it's like that pretty much across the United States. So again, wherever you guys are, be safe, stay hydrated, barring any fluid restrictions. If you have fluid restrictions, make sure that you talk with your healthcare team. If you feel like you need more, let them know. You guys can have a discussion and you can see what you come up with, okay? Okay? Even if it's a little bit, hopefully you'll be able to tolerate just a little bit more. If it's, you know, if you're outside a lot, if you're not under cool air the way that we need to be, and you just feel like you need extra water, okay? All right? But otherwise, if you're generally healthy, or, you know, you can drink what you want to drink, try to replace some of those soft drinks, even some of the coffee, some of the tea, some of the lemonade, some of the Kool-Aid, some of the juices. Try to replace it with water. I didn't say to eliminate it, okay? Try to replace it with water. Try to replace most of it with water. Treat yourself once or twice. If you know you drink whatever 4 or 5 times throughout the day, try to break that down to like 1 or 2 sugary drinks a day. If you're drinking 5 or 6, try and see if you can get that down to like 2 or 3, okay? And then eventually just allow it to just phase on out. All right? I actually thought Ellie was a real person. Ellie is real, Lawrence. Ellie is real. Okay? She's real. She's my best friend. Okay? And I'm telling you, she won't lie to you. She won't sneak up on. She won't steal from you. She won't take from you. She won't be conniving and manipulative. She won't be catty, you know, like women tend to be. She won't take and act like she didn't take. All right? She won't do any of those negative things. The only way Ellie will do something that you don't like, well, there are 2 ways. Sometimes she can tell you the truth. And a lot of times, you know, we don't like the truth. And sometimes she can lie to you, but it's only if the batteries aren't functioning. Only if the batteries aren't functioning. Then, you know, she may lie to you a little bit. But you get those good batteries in there, a fresh set of batteries, and Ellie is great. So yes, Ellie is my best friend. All right? Let me tell you, you know how like dog is man's best friend? Because a dog won't tell your secrets. A dog won't steal your thoughts, your ideas. Let me tell you, sometimes people steal your thoughts. Not just your ideas, your thoughts. Dogs won't do that. They'll learn your thoughts. They'll learn to know exactly what you're thinking. They can show you a lot. They can teach you a lot. You can teach them a lot. Right? Man's best friend. Every now and again, a dog will turn on you. Every now and again. But from what I'm told, it's usually some reason or something's going on that's just not right. All right? And Ellie, see, the inanimate objects, they're inanimate, right? They may be inanimate, but they can be your best friend. They can be your best friend. Especially when you're amongst people that you don't know. Stick to what you know, okay? And I know Ellie. She's been with me a long, long time. Big Kane, what's up, bro? Hey, Big Kane, what's up with you? How you been? How you been? It's been some weeks, but at least you stopped by and hollered at me, okay? I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you dropping your eyes through. Again, if you catch this live, I hope that you have exercised, done some type of cardiovascular aerobic activity today, or will do so, okay? For an hour. If you can. If you cannot, for 30 minutes. If you can't do 30 minutes, 15. If you can't do 15, 7.5, okay? That way you'll at least do 5. You'll at least do 5. And for those who think 15 and you don't feel like it, you're starting to get at that 10-minute mark, at least you hit 10 minutes, okay? All right? The more you move, the more you improve, okay? The more you move, the more you improve. Get those synovial cavities working. The synovial cavities, they create the synovial fluid that lubricates the joints, that allow them to glide smoothly, right? that allows them to glide smoothly. Okay? It's a chain reaction. Synovial cavities creating the synovial joint. The synovial joints, not the synovial joint, but the synovial fluid. The synovial fluid gliding across those joints, allowing those joints to glide next to each other smoothly. Okay? Okay. So I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I hope that you guys got some rest. You know, I know you work. You work a lot. You work hard. And even if you don't work hard, like even if you have a chill job, isn't it nice to be off? Isn't it nice when you get your off days? So I hope you enjoyed your off days if you're off during the weekends. And if you are a weekend warrior, I hope that you enjoy the days through the week that you get off, okay? Enjoy the days through the week that you get off. Treat yourself. Try to treat yourself every day, okay? I know it's hard. Sometimes it's impossible. Sometimes you just can't. You got kids, you have your spouse, your mate, your parents, your nieces, your nephews, your brothers, your sisters, you have a family, you have close friends, and you just have other responsibilities. Sometimes you do work in the community. So sometimes you don't really get a chance to treat yourself during the day. And when I say treat yourself, I don't really mean going shopping. I mean just taking 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to sit down, relax, release, relate to the day, to the things that have gone on during the day. Okay? Resolve some of the things that have gone on through the day. All right? Repair. Allow yourself to repair. Allow yourself to repair. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. All right? And exercising helps to do that. Now, your me time or your you time can be when you exercise. But I want you to have that exercise time where you're focused, you're honed in on improving your physical health, your mental health, emotional and spiritual health by doing some physical activity, some cardiovascular, some aerobic activity. But I also want you, if you can, in between work, picking up the kids, helping with the homework, getting meals ready, take 10 to 15 minutes to just sit, relate, release, relax, rewind, okay, and figure some things out. And then let that be your first 2 to 3 minutes. And then take that other 10 to 12 minutes, however long you decide to take, and just don't try your best not to think about anything that has gone on during the day. Try to think of all positive things. Think of yourself in a nice environment. Think of yourself hiking. Think of yourself walking on a nature trail. Think of yourself shopping in the mall. Just think of something positive, something that makes you happy. All right? Listen to some music. Put your headphones in. All right? Do something for 10 to 15 minutes. And even if you can't do it every day, because like I said, I know that sometimes we get pressed for time, and time kind of flies by. As we all know, it is July 2025 already. Okay? So we know that we get pressed for time, and then we got to not only pick up the kids from school, you got to pick them up from football practice, where we're about to head into football season. You got to pick them up from band practice, cheerleader camp. You got to do all this stuff, right? So sometimes you just don't have the time to sit down and get a break until it's time to go to bed. Until it's time to go to bed. That is when you do it. So even if that is the time, consider your sleep. Try your best to get as much sleep as you can. But right before you go to sleep, kind of sit down and kind of try and unwind a little bit. Unwind. Take some deep breaths in and out. Who is that? Is that Retirement Days, Comfort Foods and More? Hey, Betty. Happy Monday to you. How are you? I think that's you. It is. I'm up hot above the phone, so I'm looking down. Okay. So, hey, Betty. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Big Kane. Thank you guys for coming in. We're on Ellie the Elliptical today. Again, my best friend. She doesn't lie to me. She doesn't stab me in the back. She doesn't steal from me. She doesn't do any of those things, okay? All right? The things that you look for or that you would think your real friends wouldn't do, or even your acquaintances wouldn't do, or just people in general. Okay? Sometimes you have to find loyalty in inanimate objects. All right? You got to find your loyalty in inanimate objects. Sometimes you can find them in your pets. But most importantly, you find it in yourself. You find it in yourself. You find loyalty in yourself. The same way I say that you find motivation from yourself. Okay? Not that it's impossible to get it from anywhere else, but most importantly, it should be received from within. Your motivation should be received from within. And that's how I feel about loyalty. And so that's why this is my best friend. Okay? Okay? Of course, God first. Okay, family. But when you have a friend like this, or a friend like a pet, you don't have to too much worry about the word friend, the word acquaintance, the word associate. Okay? Because all of those 3 boxes, they ain't nothing nice. Unless you got a good one. Unless you got a good, loyal, faithful, true one. Okay? They're nothing nice. What does Betty says? You're working? Okay, thank you, Betty. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great day at work. I hope you're having a great day at work. It's so hot outside. Like Lawrence said, it's humid. So we're inside and we're on Ellie today. We're moving. We keep moving. Whether it's inside, whether it's outside, we get on the equipment and we move. We move. We get on Ellie. We ski. We sit down. You see, I almost knocked her over. We ski. We sit down. All right. I almost knocked her over. We ski. We sit down. Or we get on the treadmill. We're going to get on the regular bike. All right. We go riding around the neighborhood. I never take you guys when I go riding around the neighborhood because it is so complicated trying to ride a bike, okay, and control a phone. It's too complicated. So we don't do that. That's why I don't jog. I might jog just a little bit, but I definitely don't run because it's too complicated trying to hold the phone. And then you have those holders that you can put around your neck. Well, those are complicated as well. Look, we want to say the words correctly, okay? As correctly as possible. We want to say the words as correctly as possible. All right. So those are complicated as well. So we just walk and talk. That's what we do over here. We walk and talk. That is our theme. And that's what we do. Okay? That is our theme. And that's what we do. And I chose that because at the time, nobody was even thinking about it. But anywho, we walk and talk. We have regular conversation. Sometimes we have silly conversation. But most importantly, we want to encourage. We want to encourage each other to do the things that are beneficial for good health. Things that will improve our fitness level. Okay? And thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you guys who are stopping by. Betty, who is working, I appreciate you. Big Kane, Lawrence. I'm a little bit earlier, so I won't have to go later. I'm off. It is hot. And listen, it's been hot at night, y'all. It's been hot at night. But the sun goes down. The sun sets, then it goes down, and it gets dark. It becomes what they call first dark. And it's better. Okay, sometimes there's a breeze. But lately, these past couple of days, you can still feel that humidity like crazy. Okay? You can still feel the humidity like crazy. So why not just come in here and get on Ellie? All right? Just hop right back on Ellie. Because see, we use Ellie during the mornings. All right? During the workout, the full workout, we use Ellie during the mornings. We warm up. Sometimes we do full cardio on Ellie. And then we cool down on Ellie. Because, right? Remember, you got to think radar. You want to stretch. That's your R. You want to warm up. That's your A. Go into your exercise. That's D. Cool down. That's A. And stretch. That's R. All right? I think of the word radar. Right? And we do everything in thinking of M&Ms. Moderation and modification. We don't talk about the fad diets. Sometimes people, they get on those diets to each his own. If it helps you, you got to think about the long term. Are you going to stick with that diet? And is that particular diet beneficial? Some diets are definitely designed to be short term. They're designed to be short term. You get the weight down, then you've got to find a natural, better way than that diet to keep it down. So you have to do what you have to do to keep it down, okay? Who is that? The lioness. Hey, the lioness. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. I see you, but I can't read what you're saying because I'm up high. Yes, I see you said Leo season. Come on now. It is Leo season. Okay. It's Leo season. All right. So these July Leos, let me tell y'all July Leos something. We're coming. Okay. We're coming. Thank you for getting everything ready. All right. Thank you for getting everything ready because, you know, we're coming. We appreciate you. It's your season. You're Leo. It's your season. But y'all know how we have to tease. We have to tease whatever season it is, like at the beginning of the month. No, like coming towards the end of the month. Like they change kind of like what, the 20th, the 21st. So like Cancer season came in toward the end of July, like June, like the third part of the month. So Leo season comes in like the third part of July. And I tease the July Leos a little bit. Hey, Wave. Hey, Wave. Hey, the lioness. I'm glad to see y'all in the chat. Thank y'all for coming by. I'm stopping for a minute so I can bend over and see. The lioness. Uh-oh, I might be in trouble. Are you a July Leo? Are you a July Leo? Wave, what have you been up to? What have you been up to? You've been busy. You have been busy. The lioness says she building muscle. Is that what you say, lioness? You building muscle? Oh, you say I'm out here building. We be trying, the lioness. We be trying. You're good. That's good. That's good. I see you've been out and about as usual. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it when you take us on your adventures, your travels. You take us like you have a vacation every time. Wave, you're always on vacation, okay? You're always on vacation and you take us with you. I appreciate that. You know, we've been rocking for a long time, Wave. I'm just thank you so much on the lioness. I appreciate you. Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a few. Where Mad Dog at? I saw Mad Dog a little. She hadn't been live and I don't know when. You know how we have our spots where we gather up, right? Mad Dog is the spot. And she hadn't been live and I don't know when. Unless I missed it, because y'all know how to you know how the notifications go, right? You know how they go. Ghana. Okay. You went to you did. Yeah, okay. I think that's the one. Did you have a short? I can't remember what you guys were doing. I gotta say, I hit Leo season differently. When I want to go. Listen, I want to go. I want to go to Ghana. Shoot. The lioness, have you ever been to Ghana? I want to go to Ghana. Hopefully she go live so I can aggravate. Look, I know, right? She be getting on to us. She be getting on to the chat. But she be cutting up, though. She be cutting up, too. Sometimes she starts the stuff. Sometimes she the one who starts it. Wave, I definitely would like to go to Ghana. Okay? You have so much. You seem like you have so much fun. You enjoy yourself so much. I forgot, weren't you guys like on a bus or some type of transportation? Like public transportation or something? Or maybe a tour bus? Was it a tour bus? I would love to go to Ghana. Looks like you're on tour bus. Wave, you be making waves, okay? I was about to say you be making moves. You be making waves. You would be over there in Ghana. Next thing I know, you will be back. It was a tour bus? Okay. Next thing I know, you'll be back headed to somewhere else. Not yet. I've been in North Africa. Really? See? Oh, my goodness. So I have been to no parts of Africa, okay? And I would love to go. I would love to go So the lioness, you've been to North Africa. Wave. Wait, are you in Ghana now? Are you in Ghana right now still? Wave is always somewhere traveling. That's good though. You know, it's nice to go to other places, other countries. I mean, it's nice to go to different places within your own country, but it's really nice to get outside of the country. Just to get that experience, just to see other cultures, you know, because if you stay within the States, you're pretty much going to see the same thing. You know, we have some things, some nice things that we would probably like to see, you know, on vacation and stuff, but you go to a different country, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole other ball game. So you're still in Ghana. Okay. However, I cook. Y'all, am I saying the right thing? This phone is so down, so low. I need to get a stand. I need to get a tall, when I'm on this elliptical is high. It used to be bolted down, but I brought it inside so it's not bolted down, so y'all probably can hear it. Sometimes she gets squeaky, but let me tell you, Ellie is good, okay? She is good. She's a good friend, I'm telling you. But when I'm on it, I'm high. The pedals are real high, and then I have to set the phone. The place where I have the phone is low, and I have to bend over, and then at the angle, it's hard to see. So, but I definitely appreciate you guys coming in here. Wade says, hi, Lioness. Hi, Lioness. Thank you guys again for coming in here. And again, I hope that everybody, you know, who comes through this live, whether you drop in the chat or not, I hope that you have moved for an hour. Okay? Most good reputable sources recommend 30 minutes. So, okay, we're going to let y'all slide with 30 minutes. And if you're a newbie or if you have physical limitations, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you need to do. But just make sure that you incorporate some type of movement throughout the day. Keep moving, keep going, keep pushing. Sometimes you got to keep pulling. You got to keep climbing. All right? Whatever you need to keep doing to stay in motion, keep doing it. Okay? Whatever you need to do to stay in motion, keep doing it. All right? Always make sure that you stretch before and after. And if you need to, if those muscles feel a little wonky, the joints not feeling too good while you're exercising, stop, take a few minutes and stretch again. So stretch before, stretch after, and if necessary, stretch during. Okay, sometimes people need that stretch in the middle of their routine just to kind of loosen things up. Sometimes actually exercising for some people, you know, just that you want to be moving consistently, but sometimes it'll kind of cause things to lock up, tense up, or whatever, you know, Charlie horse, all this kind of stuff. So sometimes you got to kind of stretch it out in the middle. Stretch it out in the middle and keep going. And if at any time you feel uncomfortable, you need to slow down and or just stop. Okay? Slow down and or just stop. Especially if you're just starting. Okay? It's okay. You've done something. Wait till the next day. Wait till the day after. Wait until the following day. If it's Monday, wait until Tuesday. If you don't feel like you've gotten enough rest, wait until Wednesday. And you must remember, when you work your muscles, if you work these biceps, you got to work these triceps, okay? You have to work the opposing muscles. Otherwise, you'll walk around with these big, nice toned biceps, and your triceps will be kind of blah. Same thing if you only work your triceps and you don't work your biceps. If you work your quads and you don't work your hamstrings, or if you work your hamstrings and you don't work your quads, one will look on point and the other will look blah. Okay, so always remember, exercise the opposing muscles as well. Okay, always stretching. Yes, always stretch. I'm telling you, sometimes you got to do it. Woo, especially when you start getting like over 35. You got to stretch. Okay, you got to stretch. And then listen, if you are pushed for time, get those stretches in at the same time. Hold that arm out. Okay, grab that hand, stand up, push that foot back, Stretch that hamstring back there as you stretch these biceps up here. Okay? And flip the other side. Stretch those hamstrings back there as you stretch the biceps up here. Okay? Okay? Just get things flowing. Get things flowing. Do some arm curls. Kind of get the blood flowing. Okay? Remember, your heart is a muscle. It's the most important muscle in your body. And what does it do? It pumps. It pumps. It's a pump. The most important muscle, the most important pump. You also have pumps down there in your legs. Exercise those legs. Exercise those legs, especially at the ankles. Especially at the ankles. Work these hip flexors. Work these hip flexors. The adductors, the abductors. Okay? You want to work the adductors, meaning add inward. You want to work the abductors, meaning outward. Okay? Work them. Work them. Work them. Use those glutes. Use that buttocks. Okay? The glutes. YouTube. That ain't no bad word, okay? So don't do me, YouTube. That ain't no bad word. What is that? The PlayStation? What? I need to put some glasses on. I need my glasses. Always stretching and resting. Lions, you remember when I think he said, is that the PlayStation came out? My legs are sick of me. Your legs are sick of you. Listen, you got to work those quads and you got to work those hamstrings. If you work those hamstrings, you got to work those quads. You got to work those calves. Okay? You got to work those calves. Right? You got muscles in your feet. Okay? You got muscles in your hands. You got to work. Work from head to toe. Work. You got to work. Work your body. Work your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Work your body. Work your body. Don't overexert your body. But work. Okay? Work. Get you a tablet. Okay? Make you a plan. If you're not good at making a plan, a routine, a schedule, getting a regimen together, get your primary healthcare provider to help you. Okay? It can be your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant. It can be the RN, his nurse. Okay? It can be your specialty doctor if you go to a specialty doctor. It can be your physical therapist if you have one, your occupational therapist if you have one. It can definitely be those two. Okay? It can be your personal trainer if you go to a gym, or if you have your own personal trainer who comes to your home, if you're fortunate enough to be able to pay for that. It can be your motivational coach. Heck, it can be your psychologist, your psychiatrist. Okay? They'll help you. Because guess what? If they can't help you, they're going to refer you to somebody who will. All right? All right? So talk to them. Talk to them. Keep those lines of communication open. Let each one of them know what the other one is doing. Okay? Let them know how you feel. Okay? Talk to them. Talk to them. Keep the lines of communication open between you and them. And make sure that the lines of communication between them are open. Okay? I know sometimes people just don't like to go for every little thing. Listen. People just don't like to go. You know, I don't really know anybody who does like to go to the doctor. People want to, go and get their checkups and make sure, that they're doing what they're supposed to do. Get their preventative care and things like that. But it's still kind of like when it's time to go, it's like, okay, get ready and go. Just do it. Like Nike said, just do it. All right. All right. Get those screenings. Okay. That was a program back in the day that incorporated usual. Oh, okay. Of all the muscles. Use of all the muscles. Is that what that is? Rocky Mountain workouts. Good, I said Rocky. That ain't no Rocky. Oh, kinds like rock. Listen, I said Rocky. Good, I said Rocky Mountains. Lord have mercy. Fix it, Jesus. Rocky. Okay, like Rocky. Get up and box, y'all. Get up and do something. Okay. Like the Lions. It's just sad. It's just sad. This phone really really is probably like 2 feet away from me though. And then the way I lean over is like I'm reading the words, like not looking at them, looking down on them, but they're not flat, if that makes sense. So I'm reading all kinds of stuff. Yes, y'all, you can do so much. It's so much you can do. You know, I know everybody wants to walk and talk. If you can walk and talk, that is a good sign of many things. But it's also signs of things that you need to improve depending on the way that you sound when you're talking as you walk. Okay? So it may sound cute, but it shows, it tells you a lot, a plethora of things about what's good and what you need to improve. Okay? You can ride your bike in the neighborhood, up and down the street. It's hot outside. Just like when it's too cold, if you don't want to go far, just go up and down the street a couple of times in front of your house or around your apartment complex, around the block. Stay close to home. And when the weather is nice, go ride a little further. Take your bike to the park. Ride your stationary bike, your elliptical, your treadmill, your mini stepper, your walking pad. Okay, get up and dance. Dance. Dance for 30 minutes straight. Y'all know y'all like to shake a tail feather anyway. Okay? Y'all know y'all used to shake a tail feather. Hey, James Money 615. My glasses don't. What is it? My glasses don't let me hear or see what. Okay. Look, I should have put them on. I should have put them on, the Linus. I should have put some glasses on, girl. Because I'm looking straight down at an angle. And I know, I said this phone is probably like 2 feet. Girl, this phone probably like 2.5 to 3 feet away from my eyes. And so I'm trying to read the comments. I didn't even think to get my tripod out to get it up a little bit better. Okay? Didn't even think about getting my tripod. Oh my God. But it's hot out there, y'all. It's hot, it's sticky, it's humid. And some people be like wanting to sweat. Baby, I ain't trying to be out there sweating. Okay? You want to sweat a little bit, but I ain't trying to be out there soaking wet. You just be out there a hot, sweat, messy, stinky mess. Okay? Listen, the sweat don't tell how good your workout was. It tells you've been working. But you got some people who sweat at the drop of a dime. You got some people, if they walk from their house to their mailbox, they start sweating. And you got some people can walk a mile and barely break a sweat. So don't use sweat to determine how good your workout is. Okay? Hey, Georgia girl. Is that Georgia girl? Georgia girl, I just got through telling them I'm looking down at the phone. Happy Monday. I remember. I was about to say, what was your dessert? You told us what your dessert was. How was that pie, Georgia girl? How's that lemonade pie? I said lemonade. Kool-Aid. You used lemon, though, didn't you? Welcome, Georgia girl, into the chat. A member of Alliance Pride. I appreciate her so much. I appreciate her for always being kind, always being welcoming in her chat, and always saying hello, okay? And always being gracious to everybody when she comes into the chat. See, I appreciate my members. I appreciate my moderators. They're the best, okay? They're the best. Delina says, hey, Georgia girl, I'm trying to stay cool. Those hot flash make Georgia girl says the hot flashes make it worse. Oh my gosh. I bet they do. I bet they do, because you get the hot flashes even if it's not hot. People get hot flashes even when it's like cold outside. Oh my goodness. So yes, y'all, if I miss your comment or if I read it crazy, y'all heard what I just said when the line said the Rocky workout. I said Rocky Mountains, y'all. I said Rocky Mountains. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, we're on Ellie today. Okay, we're on Ellie. And like I said, Ellie is my best friend. Okay, God, of course. Family. Okay. All right. God, family, and very close friends. But this one right here, I'm telling you, she's like a loyal pet. Okay? Won't lie to you, won't cheat on you, won't stab you in the back, won't act funny with you, won't have an attitude with you, won't get cranky with you. If Ellie gets an attitude with me, if she act cranky, that means her batteries need to be changed. Okay? That means her batteries need to be changed. She spit out the numbers. Okay? So I see these numbers. And if I feel like listen, y'all know how we do. We gotta listen. If you see the numbers, don't be trying to act like something going on with your equipment. When was the last time you changed your batteries? You know you don't need new batteries. Listen at the numbers, pay attention, cut back on the snacks, cut back on the sugary foods, cut back on the extra meals, cut back on the extra drinks. Okay? Drink water. It is so hot. Drink plenty of water. And of course, I know I'm not telling y'all to go cold turkey. If you can go cold turkey, that's great. But you don't have to go cold turkey. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate y'all. It's about to mix turkey and thumbs together. Okay. You don't have to go cold turkey. But some people drink drinks throughout the day. Like they may have a Dr. Pepper in the morning. They may have tea at lunch. And then for dinner, they may get a Pepsi. And then they may get a Sprite. Sprite not so bad. It's dark. It's got sugar. But it's carbonated. So, it's got the sugar and the carbonation. But at least it doesn't have the caffeine. So it does still have the calories because it has the sugar. So when people be saying, I drink Sprite, I drink Canada Dry. Well, listen, they are light, okay? They're a little bit lighter, but Sprite has more sugar than some of the other drinks. So watch your sugar intake. Watch your sugar intake. All the sugar that you don't use, all the carbs that you don't use for energy, guess what they convert to? Fat, okay? They convert to fat. The lioness says, hey, Georgia girl, welcome in. No, see how I just read that wrong? Georgia girl said that. Lord have mercy. Y'all, wait a minute. Was Ellie your machine name? I just got her. Oh, her name, Ben Ellie. The lioness. We had an Ellie. It's a famous Ellie on YouTube, right? So when she came on YouTube, I was like, I know you lying. I was like, I know you lying. Yup, her name was Ellie ever since I bought her. I bought her years ago. And so when YouTube got a famous Ellie, I was like, I know you lying. Oh my gosh. But yes, y'all, work your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Work your body. Don't overexert your body. See, when you get started, especially if you like I'm live now and y'all we're talking and I call myself reading the comments, it'll be time to get off before you know it. Okay? It'll be time to get off before you know it. I've been on here for 45 minutes. Just walking, just gliding. See, I'm on Ellie, I'm on my elliptical. You have a skiing effect, like you're skiing. Okay? It makes it easier on your hips, makes it easier on your knees. Alright? Just makes it easier on your joints. Okay? And some people don't like the elliptical. Okay? Some people don't like the elliptical. Some people say it doesn't make it easy for them. So it's just personal preference. Listen. What do I always say? Listen to how your body feels. Is that Joyelle? Joyelle. I know that ain't Joyelle. Hey sis, Georgia girl, the lioness. What's up, the lioness? I miss you. The lioness, get on her. Get on her, the lioness. I hope she's still in here. Look at Joyelle, I miss your comments. I can barely see, sis. I'm looking. I told them I'm about 2.5 to 3 feet above the camera, so I'm looking down. And I'm not looking flat at the words. I'm looking at an angle. So I'm getting like every other word. I don't even have to squint. It's just the way the words look. So if I had glasses, it'd probably still look the same way. So get up and move. Like I said, you can go walking. But walking isn't the only thing you can do. You can go skipping. You can go jogging. You can go running. You can jump rope. You can box. You can go swimming. Swimming is a perfect exercise. If you don't know how to swim, go learn to swim. The weight of the water allows your joints to just feel so much better. The weight of the water allows your joints to feel so much better. You don't feel like you're putting as much strain and pressure on them. So if you don't know how to swim, go learn how to swim. Even just get down, get in the part where you can just kind of just let your legs just go. Okay? Just let your legs go. If you have joint issues, okay? Just let your legs go and go learn how to swim. I saw a lady the other day. She was 65 years old and she's learning to swim. And she's having a blast. Okay? She's having a blast. Is that Stefan? Hey, Stefan. Hey, bro. How you doing? Welcome into the chat. I miss y'all. I miss Joyelle. I miss Stefan. Where y'all been? The lioness came up in here today. Now we just need Mad Dog in here. Okay? We got Georgia Girl, Stefan, member, Georgia Girl, member. All right, we got moderators. Betty, Retirement Days, Comfort Foods, and more was in here. Big Kane, my brother Big Kane came through. Lawrence came through. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming through. Y'all know, I tell y'all, this is my best friend. Do not crack her when you start to hear the squeaks. Because I had this baby here probably about 12 years. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had her about 12 years, y'all. I can't even lie. And guess what? She's still going. Knock on wood. Okay? Knock on wood. Let me look at me shaking the phone. We still going. All we need sometimes is a little WD-40. A little WD-40 sometimes. But she keeps moving. She keeps moving. It's been 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Okay? And y'all remember, always consult your primary healthcare provider. Okay? They're your team. Okay? They're your team. They advocate for you. But who's your biggest advocate? You are your biggest advocate. Okay? Always remember. Hey, Stefan speaking to Joy. Yeah, speaking to everybody. Looks like Georgia Girl is speaking. Georgia Girl says 12 years, still a good. Yeah, it's still in good shape. Georgia Girl, sometimes all I need to do is like put some WD-40 on it. And sometimes I get on here and it's like it's better without the WD-40. So I'm like, I know I haven't put it on in a while and it's still going strong. And it'll just go. So I just wait. And then when it starts to squeak, I'll put it on there. But sometimes it squeaks even when I put it on there. So as long as she's going, she good with me. Exercise equipment is expensive. Okay? I have this elliptical, which converts to a bike. I have a bike. I have a mini stepper. I have a walking pad. I have a treadmill. I got a bicycle that I ride. I go skating. Exercise equipment is expensive, especially nowadays. Stefan says, hey, the line is speaking to Stefan. Joyelle says, where you been, Joyelle? That's just what I want to know. And you know school about to start back. School is about to start back. Joyelle says, it's time for another one, Joyelle. The lioness. Please get Joyelle off me. Please get Joyelle off me. See what I'm talking about? Isn't it 50 minutes, y'all? So it's like you talk, especially when you're talking, but even if I'm not talking, like boom, 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 you just want to go. You got to pick it up. You got to trick your body. Okay? We've been going at a moderate pace, kind of slowing down because I've been talking. But sometimes we got to play with this thing, okay? Maybe that's what keeps her in shape too. Keep your legs toned. Keep your legs as toned as you possibly can. I told y'all at the beginning of summer, it was almost summer. Work on these arms. Boom, boom, boom. Put on your spaghetti strap, your bikini strap, whatever it is. Put on your tank top. Listen, we're human. You don't have to look perfect. Just look at your best, okay? Do the things that you can to make you look your best. But most importantly, do the things that you can to make you feel your best. If you feel good, you'll look good, okay? If you feel good, you'll start to look good. Even if you might see somebody in your hometown, they looking like they were tired and just worn out. They looked a little older than you thought they should. Listen, they gotta start getting some good sleep, drinking good water, eating better, getting rest. And the next time you see them, they working out or something, they look 5 to 10 years younger today than they look when you saw them 6 months ago. Right? It's possible. It's possible. Y'all know how y'all feel sometimes. Sometimes you just don't feel good, right? And you start to look tired. Either you're not getting enough sleep, which a lot of us don't. Sometimes you're not eating right. Okay? And I see y'all down there chatting in the chat. I'm about to get off Ellie so I can see what y'all talking about. Okay? So we can have some grown folks talk. Because I've been on Ellie just running my mouth. Okay? But I'm going to go for like 2 minutes, kind of cool down. Because remember, when you warm up, you are getting your body prepared to work. When you warm up, of course, you want to stretch, right? And you want to warm up, right? You want to do your exercise, whatever exercises you're going to do in your workout. And then you want to cool down. So when you stretch and warm up, you get your heart rate up and prepare to go to work. When you cool down, you slowly get your heart rate back down to normal. Okay? Slowly get your heart rate back down to normal. All right. You cool down, and then you get off and you stretch. Okay? And the stretching doesn't have to be long, y'all. You can stretch. You can do full body stretches. Like I said, take that arm, stretch, put that leg back there. Mash down that calf, put those ankles into the floor, stretch that hamstring, and you're stretching these biceps, okay? Take that hand, put it behind your head, stretch those triceps, okay? Do each side, hold those arms out, and just reach as far as you can. Reach, pull that arm across your chest and pull, let those shoulders feel real good. Pull that opposite side so the shoulders can feel real good. Take those hands behind the back if you need to, and just stretch. If you can, lift it up. If not, don't hurt yourself. Do what you can do. Y'all remember, modification and moderation. Sometimes you have to modify your diet. Sometimes you have to modify the exercises that you do. I always say, if you can't do a deep squat, do a half squat, a baby squat. Hold on to something and squat. Or find an alternative exercise to work those muscles, okay? All right? You want to get your heart rate up and get your body prepared to work. But know what your target heart rate is. Know what your maximum heart rate should be while you're exercising. We drop nuggets over here. Y'all know I do not professionally, medically, or clinically advise, assess, diagnose, treat, or evaluate. I don't professionally, medically, or clinically advise, okay, assess, diagnose, treat, or evaluate. I just drop nuggets over here. I drop nuggets, and I hope that you guys pick up the nuggets. You guys drop nuggets in the chat oftentimes, okay? The lioness be on those health nuggets, all right? You guys drop nuggets as well. So pick the nuggets up. Do your research. Read about them. Go to the library. We have just abandoned the library, y'all, for Google, okay? And a lot of times Google information, love Google, but you know people pay to be the first search you get on Google, okay? So sometimes the best resource is the third or fourth search down, okay? So make sure that you're looking at reputable sources, the .orgs, the .edus for education. Make sure it's a reputable place of education, okay? Make sure it's a reputable organization. The .govs, y'all know I ain't rocking with the government too much because as far as getting good information, because we have a lot of incompetent people at the helm right now. But if you can find some of the usual governmental sites, you'll know if it's pretty clear and pretty decent information. And then also take it to your healthcare provider, okay, and have a discussion. That's what we do over here. We drop nuggets. I thank each and every one of you guys for coming in here. Okay, I do. I really do. I appreciate seeing y'all today. Okay, let me look at these comments. I'm trying to get down. Y'all won't believe how tall, how high. It sits up high. It's like on a platform. And then when I get on it, the pedals are high as well. So, let me see. Who is still here? The lioness says, Lions, don't put me on the spot because I grew. Because I grew in Bulls, ma'am. The lioness, you know you be on it in here. Joyelle says the lioness, the way I holler, I've been down that road before. I try Auntie Jacket. Oh, I need to scroll up because y'all been cutting up. Georgia girl. Gone. Stefan, they been in here cutting up. They probably gone. 12 years. Your Georgia girl said 12 years and in good shape. See, Joyelle speaking. Everybody was speaking. I appreciate you guys for speaking to each other. Okay, because your host up here trying to look down and read and didn't know what was going on for real. Georgia girl was so okay. She was on the road. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, I hope that today has been good for you. I hope that you we won't be trying to be all crazy and we won't be trying to be dramatic over here. We just be, want to drop some nuggets, get some regular conversation, get some laughs in, kind of relax. Y'all know the R words. I talk about the R words all the time. Relax, release, relate, resolve, replenish, restore, respect, reevaluate, reconstruct. Okay, the R words. The R is a great letter. I didn't see Shawanda. Thank y'all for speaking to Shawanda. I'm gonna have to, when I see her somewhere in these YouTube streets, I'm gonna have to let her know I didn't see her. Thank you guys for saying hey to Shawanda, because Shawanda is a very, very good supporter. Thank you guys all for talking to each other, for speaking to each other. The lioness says, Lions will come help me get this knot out my hair. See, I knew it was something she was saying down there. I have a whole single one getting on my nerves. I could, I've already cut. Ooh, the lioness, really? Oh my goodness. So the lioness says she ain't got time. She just gonna cut it. She's just gonna cut it. Joyelle says my hair has grown down my back. Ooh, here, y'all, look, here we go. Joyelle's lingo. Y'all already know Joyelle's lingo. My hair has grown down my back. I had twist and messed around and wet it before combing it out. And baby, ooh, my stylist had to cut it into a Dora ball. Ooh, Joyelle, for real? Oh my goodness. So what did you do first? Okay, you wet it before combing it. I would have thought that would have helped. But I guess because they were twists. Oh yeah, we have been acting a fool. The line says, Joya, all I did was not wrap my hair. Now I'm tangled. Listen, all I got to do is just look at it, y'all, and I'm tangled. Okay? It's tangled. Okay? Joya says, are you natural? The lioness. I'm 3 months on my natural journey. I love it too. My fro looks like Joya is crazy, y'all. Look at Stefan. Stefan talking about Country Wayne. Wayne's World has been a trip lately. It has, Stefan. It has. It's been a whole trip. Delina says she likes to keep her hair short anyway, but it grows, and I made a mistake and didn't wrap it. Ooh. And buddy, look, you need one of Joyelle words for that, because I'm telling y'all, entanglement ain't the word for me. It's not the word for me. But you know what? One thing about it, I don't care what texture of hair you got, or black hair. It could be mixed with something. It could be full grown, deep rooted African flavor, and it can be type B, C, whatever it is. It can be, pretty good grade. One thing about our hair is versatile. One thing about it is versatile. Delina said not Dora. One thing about it is versatile. Joyelle says Dora the Explorer. Okay? Dora the Explorer. Okay? I bet it looks cute though. I bet it looks good, y'all. I bet it looks good. Oh, I'm hot, y'all. See, I've been going outside late in the evenings. Y'all know I walk in the evening times. And like I said, it'd be almost dark. And it's still humid out there. It's still too hot, y'all. Just too hot. I had to stay inside today. I might be staying inside most of this week. You're natural now. Joyelle said, not Norbert, Joyelle. Joyelle, you did not look like Norbert. God, I hollered. Joyelle, you almost made me curse. So you loving it, Joyelle? I bet you like it. Because you can protect your hair, and then you can just do what you want to do. My fro looks like it. Like you can get you a wig, some emergency hair. You can get you a sew-in. You can get you some twists. It's so much you can do with natural hair. And it's just, I know it's so much. It's just easy to relax for those who choose to relax their hair. Now, some people have such a texture such that they don't have to relax. But even some of those people tell you, their hair gets kind of something to deal with. You be looking at them like your hair is slick and curly. What you mean your hair has something to deal with? But believe it or not, sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes those people be complaining. They be tender-headed. They say their hair gets tangled too. So that's why I'm like, well, shoot. Just be like my grandma used to always say, if you got hair, it's good hair because you got some. Okay? So that's one thing I think we need to, as far as like our kids and our young ladies, if your best friend or little girl in your classroom got long hair hanging down her back, guess what? And your hair, I know it's annoying because guess what? That's strong hair though. When you're nappy headed, we melanated folks talking, okay? Ain't nobody offending nobody. When you're nappy headed or you want to say, what C that'll be, y'all? 1A? What? I mean, what grade that'll be? 1A. So whatever it is, guess what? That's from strong hair. That's from strong hair. And it can be so versatile. It can be so versatile. The line that says, exactly, we have good hair, period. Right. And that's what we have to start telling each other, because when you see somebody with that slick, nice hair, it's just ingrained in us. We heard it as kids, and now our kids have heard it. You think, oh, their hair's so good. But you never know. It may be very manageable. But then again, on the flip side, even though it's slick and curly and looks good, they may be mixed, mama one thing, dad one thing, or they may just be full-blown African American. Don't get it twisted, because a lot of black people have very, very, I'm going to say delectable hair. I know that ain't the right term to use, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It looks so good, it's delectable. And it ain't mixed with nothing, okay? It's not mixed with a thing. Because truth be told, all of us, black, white, Indian, Asian, all of us mixed with something, they say. So what? But when we talking about those roots, African, okay? Strong, strong, strong. So don't worry about it. If it's nappy, if it tangles up, that's what they make water for. Squirt that water on there. Get you one of those aerosol bottles and squirt that water on there and comb through from the end to the root real quick. Get you some detangler, okay? Get you some detangler. Joyelle says, show do. Joyelle says, laugh. Girl, if I don't do my edges, I look. Joyelle, stop it. Yo. But it is, y'all. It's so bad that our young kids, not just the kids, y'all, it's still full-grown adults. I ain't talking about 20s and 30s. I'm talking about 40s, 50s, 60s. Around here, worried about somebody else's head of hair and what it looks like, and if it's good, if it's nappy, if it's a good grade. Stop worrying about the wrong things. Start worrying about important things. Okay, let people worry about their own head of hair. And stop judging people's hair. You didn't make them, and what your hair looking like? Y'all know how it be. 9 times out of 10, the main one be talking. And if it's somebody with nice, manageable hair, you don't need to be talking either, because you ain't perfect either. All right. And I'm gonna shake the table some more. The lioness grabbed Joyelle. Okay, you know how your mom used to do. You get her by the earlobe, right there. Right there, pull it to the side just a little bit, and take off, okay? Just take off. Take off. Grab it by the earlobe down there. Try not to grab the little earring, the little piercing part, the little earring hole. Try not to grab that, okay? Grab it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, though. You might have to grab it, because, if it's been there long enough, she ain't gonna feel it. Pull it to the side just a little bit, and just take off. Just take off with the lioness. Just take off with Joyelle. The line says, Joyelle, embrace that. Them edges is going to do what they do. Okay, they're going to do what they want to do. The line said the edges are heathens, y'all. They heathens. Okay, they're heathens. They're going to do what they want to do. They're going to do what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it. They might mess around and act good when you least expect it. Okay? They might mess around and act good when you least expect it. So, shoot. Like my granny said, if you got hair, you got good hair. But when we was little, we wasn't hearing that. We was like, Grandma, her hair it's so straight. And it's this. And guess what? Our hair was down our backs too. We just had to get that hot comb. Y'all, we just had to get that straightening comb. Okay? We had to get that straightening comb. And they just figured out. And look, they still sell them. They still sell them. They still got the relaxers. They still got the, with all the stuff in the news about the relaxers, people just started being like, look, ain't nobody. Just go now. And sometimes it's a job. It's a job, but that's okay, because think about it. Think about when we were growing up. It was a job for our parents. And they had to do their hair, your hair. If you had sisters, you got to do their hair. Sometimes they had to do their niece hair, little cousin's hair. So do your hair. Just do your hair. Joyelle says, ooh, child, the trauma from that heat. Joyelle, you feel that? That's the grease, God, that's the grease. Yeah, it is the grease. Hot like fire on my head. Yes, it is the grease, mama. It's hot. It's the grease, grandma. Yeah, when you put it on there, you put that hot cone to it, it got hot. It got hot to my head. Yeah, it's the grease. But guess what? It's the burning grease. when they get when they get around that ooh, oh yeah, when they get around that kitchen, it's over with. Okay, it's ov. Okay, Joya, this was me. When you got to go get it yourself. You know you got to go get. Sometimes they might get your little sister to go do it, and then when it's time to get her hair done, you got to go. You got to work and do it. Then you got to sit down. Oh, we used to have to get on the floor with my grandma. My mama, they be like in the chair. Grandma used to be saying, I'm sitting down. I'm sitting down. Mama might let you, sit in the chair and she stand up and do it. Grandma said, get on that floor. Cross them legs in this style. Do whatever it is you do. Because I'm sitting in this chair here. I'm sitting in this here chair. Okay? So you have to do what grandma say. You got to get on that floor. It's the flow, not the floor. It's the flow. Okay? The flow. My auntie had me messed up talking about hold your head down now. I'm about to go. The lights. I'm just saying my hair could smell water after stretching and then poof. I'm gonna fossil again 5 minutes later. Y'all. What about the one when, most times it's somebody in the family. It might be your mom, but your auntie, your older sister, is your aunt, somebody in the family or the neighbor know how to press hair like pressing a pair of starch pants, baby. Know how to press their hair so good. It lasts 2 weeks. As long as you don't take your butt outside and play. Because if you go outside, look, you be at school and the teacher be like, why you ain't playing? Because I don't want my hair to sweat. Because ain't nothing worse than getting your hair, and especially if they paid them a little change, paid them some coins, getting their hair pressed to the max. It be looking so slick. And even if you can play a day or two and it hold up. But if you don't play, you don't run around a lot. Even at home, mama be like, you ain't got to go out there. You don't want to. Because mama know you're going to be right back down there getting the hair washed again and pressed again before the 2 weeks. And they get their hair so pressed. It hold up even if you play just a little bit. But if you get it pressed and it's just like an average pressing, you can get that hair pressed at 2:00. If you go to the park, if you go do something between then, you can get it pressed at 2 on your way home after you done stopped at McDonald's. Your mama go let you run around the park a little bit. That hair, you get back to the house, your dad be like, I thought y'all went to get her hair done. Hair been a poof back up so fast. Then mama saying, I done paid this money, now I got to go in here and still press this girl hair. Look at you. The line says, I'm took of that most of hair. You okay? Tiger stripes with that. Woo. The lioness. Most of us got that experience. Most of us went through that. Had them little stripes on the side of your head. Shoot. Part your hair. You see them 3 little dark places. What is that with that straightening comb? That straightening comb was right there. That's where the straightening comb met you at. Joya says that's why I was chubby as a kid. I wasn't messing up my friends. Joya said, forget that. I'll work out later. Joya, the tiger stripes did it, okay? The tiger stripes did it. Oh my gosh. She ain't lying though. You had them little. And then sometimes I look at my little girl's hair. I say, I know that straightening comb wasn't that hot. Oh, and then don't let it be like that. And then it's like you barely even did a good pressing. It's like, what? Then you start to blame it on everything. The straightening comb. This straightening comb ain't no good. This one of these old no good straightening comb. I'm gonna go get me a good straightening comb. I'm gonna go get me a good straightening iron because this thing ain't no good. Sometimes they would get old and ain't no good. You just wish your mama just throw it away. She know it ain't no good. Then she finally get that new one. Baby, they get that new one, it be fine. And I ain't gonna lie, them new ones, they the truth. When they new, they're the truth. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Joya says my low down auntie meant to burn me. Oh, Joya. Look at the lines. Okay, down. Y'all look. They ever told you hold your ear, and you holding your ear, and the comb hit your finger? Oh my God. You be like, you told me to hold my ear, and it hit my finger anyway. Joya says she's a fish out of food. Listen, and I'm telling you, I don't know which one you would rather for. If it's got to hit one, I don't know if I want it to be the finger, the knuckle of that finger, or that ear, because you know that ear got that gristle. That the skin on the ear is thin, and the skin on the finger is thin. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know which one. You don't want to get burned on either one of them. You don't want to get burned on either one of those. Okay? You want to get burned on the finger or the ear. Because that gristle, you got the thin skin on the ear and that gristle back there, and you got the thin skin on the finger, and it might pop one of those knuckles. Ooh, ooh. She was low down, Joya. Joya said low down dirty dog. Joya. Joya, is she still mean, Joya? Joya said she was low down. You hear me? Low down and dirty. Not dirty, not durty. Joya said dirty. Okay? She was dirty. Dirty. The line that says Marcel's and the before that was gas stove experience. Ooh, ooh. That gas stove, baby, it ain't no joke. That gas stove ain't no joke. Yeah, I don't fool with her no more. Love her from a distance. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Hopefully is she any better, Joyelle? Is she, from what you can tell? Joyelle said yes, sir. The line is I was trying to look. You know, I'm looking at, I'm doing stuff, I'm getting out of these clothes, and I'm looking, and then I'm looking back again. I said, listen, I ain't saying a word, because let me tell you, I'm the typo queen. I'm the typo queen. Girl, I'll be putting stuff in folks' chat, and I'll be like, oh my God. Or I'm watching a video and leave a comment. Sometimes some say, just go back and look at your comment. When I tell you, be all over the place. And I'm like, this ain't my fault here now. I'm like grandma with the straightening comb. This ain't my fault. I know I typed what was right. Like grandma say, I know I ain't put that comb that close to your head. I know I typed what was right, y'all. Lines, I said I don't have no glasses right now. Ain't no telling what I read it as. Since I don't know, I completely removed myself. This is blood. Blood auntie. I went to her house every day as a child. Okay. I think you told us about that. Did she used to watch you while your mom's at work or something like that? I think I remember you telling us about that. All you can do, Joya, is pray for them. Especially when you don't really know if they changed or if they don't really seem like they changed. All you can do is hope that eventually they will. You know, even if they take them to be 80, 90 years old to change, hopefully. Because, you know, sometimes people get in their 80s and 90s, they get set in their ways. But, you know, with God, sometimes that can be still changed for good. Still be changed for good. At any age. You've done a lot of stuff you can't undo or take back. But sometimes just enough good, you know, can make somebody look at you differently. In a better way. Sometimes just enough good can make somebody look at you in a better way. Even though they still remember all the bad that you did. Or, you know, they just doing something that shows genuine change can make them look at you differently. Or at least be able to tolerate you, you know. But I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you guys for coming through again. I appreciate you. What's tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow, so I'll probably try and come live about the same time. If y'all aren't busy, come on back. Give us something to talk about so me and Ellie can work out and stay out of that heat. Because Ellie be looking at me like I'm a fool. Is you going outside? I be thinking that what she's saying, y'all. I think you going outside. We need our glasses to hear and see. Okay, Joyelle. Okay, because I promise you, when you be looking at stuff, you turn your ear to whatever you're looking at. Whatever when you trying to read something, you get to turn your head like you're turning your ear to what you're looking at. Oh, so y'all remember the blowing out? Oh, the blowing the remember the blowing the out before applying. The blowout. Look, y'all remember the blowing shit. I used to be like blowing it out. I used to ask them what that meant. The liners, I used to be like, what that mean? And that burnt paper. Look, look, Joy. You ever ran out the paper towel? They ran out of paper towel. You gotta go get some tissue. And then do nothing. Not a thing. Look, run out of paper towel. They got to go in there and get some tissue. Look, paper towel was like a shoot. Paper towel was like that was a high commodity. Like you get that paper towel, you can only use so much of it on that straightening comb. Now, you got to be careful with the paper towel. Paper towel getting like that today. The price of paper towel, they're trying to sell you the roll. They're not trying to sell you no paper, no towels on the roll, just the roll, doggone. Just. And look, y'all, I went. Let me ask y'all this: have y'all seen the Sparkle paper towel? Sparkle has gone downhill. First of all, Sparkle. I'm sorry if you hear this, give me an endorsement though. But listen, I'm trying to endorse you a little bit just by even bringing your name up, because y'all really need to do better on this paper towel. Y'all, Sparkle paper towel is no better than the store brand paper towel. Sparkle used to be one of the best paper towels. That used to be the paper towel I would go to. That was my go-to paper towel. And then, like, unless they didn't have it or something, like my mom used to love Brawny and Bounty. And then, when your money low or they just don't have some, you get the store brand. And that's how you end up, that's how you really figure which store brands have good brands. Like when the store is out of your name brand that you like, or when your coins ain't coining and you got to get one, you pick the store brand or some other kind of off name brand that's in the store. And you end up finding out sometimes that stuff is better quality. Because right now, you can go like in Dollar General or somewhere and get better paper towels than Sparkle. Sparkle is a hot mess. It's thin, and they got the nerve, y'all. Y'all know how they cut basically made one paper towel for back in the day, 3 now. Y'all, Sparkle had 4 slits on a paper towel. It was like, when they divided into 3 rectangular ones, right? Sparkle has 4, a whole sheet split into 4. Talking about use what you would like. So you basically could tear a little square off. I said, y'all need to stop this here ish. Y'all need to stop this. Yes, is that part. Show you're right. Sis star coupon. Oh, I do. Coupon queen. Had to get a baseball card book. Had to get a book with the baseball card holders. Sis star coupon that I see a lot every Saturday doing. Yes, you save a lot. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I do the coupons, and I used to didn't like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say I didn't like the apps, but I just didn't feel like I had time for the apps. But I like Ibotta, and it's another one. What's the name of it? It was on the tip of my tongue. Y'all ever been about to say what it is and it just goes away? It was on the tip of my tongue, but it's like 2 of them that I use, and Ibotta is my favorite. But sometimes they get to tripping, I guess because they gotta give everybody a time to get the good deals. The line says my mom was a chef and a stylist. For real, a chief or a chef? You mean a chief or a chef? The line is. Child, am I supposed to be eating up? Okay, clip all of them from the stores app. Okay, you get them from the store apps. Anybody who's gonna match, anybody who's gonna double them up, who's gonna take 2. Like maybe they sometimes some places may double every now and again. They start acting a little crazy with the doubling, but they will stack them. Like you can have a store coupon, you have the manufacturer's coupon. Some of them will let you use like up to 10 on certain items, even if it's like, I got toothpaste one time for like 10 cents a tube, like Crest. Yeah, it was Crest or Colgate. 10 cent a tube. Because they let you, the store had coupons and the limit was 10, and then there was a manufacturer's coupon, and girl, then there was a coupon on the particular box of toothpaste. We got that toothpaste for 10 cents a box. Now that was before the pandemic, but that was still a great deal for name brand toothpaste. The line that says, Joy, I have some readers, but they be tripping. They be yeah, it's the readers. It's just like these phones, y'all. It be the phones. It don't be us, it be the phones. Okay, that's what I thought you meant a chef. But then I said, I don't know, she might mean a chief. Oh, losses, we need to get you some ASAP. We're too petty to not be able to see. I know, Joy. Yeah. How you gonna be petty and reading all crazy stuff? Petty and reading all stuff that's not there. How we gonna do that? For real, the line is, because I thought that, I was like, no, she ain't saying chief. That's I don't know now. Because you got to make it do what it do. Like our parents, when they say jack of all trades, a lot of our parents, they say what, jack of all trades, master of none. Now, some of us had some parents that were jack of all trades. They were the cook at home, the cook at the church. They were the hairstylists. Even back in the day, they were the photographers. They was work at the hospital, work at the daycare, work at the police station. And sometimes sometimes those were part-time jobs that they had to do 2 or 3 at a time. A lot, we talk about 2 at a time being hard. A lot of them had to do 3 at a time. They'd do like 2 during the week, and then they'll pick up 1 on the weekend, or either just to try to have some time off, they'll do it every other weekend. They would have 3 jobs, some of them, at minimum. Yes, Joyelle, yes. Sometimes they had a minimum of 3 jobs. And we complain about 2, because I know I do. The lioness says she appreciate the giggles. Oh, we glad, the lioness. We happy we can make you giggle. Because look, we need to giggle, okay? We need to giggle. We need to giggle. And like they keep saying, it's the world. No, it's not the world. It's the people in the world. It's the people in the world. Sometimes people just trying to get away from the day-to-day hustle and bustle and just want to act silly for a few minutes. Like, we're adults. We're full-grown adults. And there ain't nothing wrong with you acting silly sometimes. Now, these people that just be out here wilding, they something else. But ain't nothing. You got to laugh sometimes. You got to, like, kind of like when they say debrief, like somebody needs to debrief. Sometimes you just need to get all the clutter out. Like, let it out. It ain't going nowhere, but just kind of like release it for a little bit for as long as you can. Just because it's going to be there. Okay, it's going to be there. Clean up all you can. And what you can't, just kind of just leave it to the side a little bit somewhere. Joya says, me too, sis, my heart is happy. Gone says, love when people laugh makes the day. Yes, Stefan, it does. It makes the day. Like, y'all know, sometimes just the simple things that you say, they really do like work. Or even if they don't work, we would like things to just work. Even if they only work for a few seconds. And you know, everybody knows that Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away. And it's so funny how, like, I'm not big on the social media. Like, I don't do the Instagram and all that stuff. And a lot of those celebrities do that. They don't too many of them do YouTube. And if they do, they're kind of like they're kind of like just kind of low key, not doing any like work. So they may get on YouTube and get a channel. But most of the celebrities who are really like acting or doing something, they get on Instagram. And just to hear him say, think of something, one thing to make you smile. Like one thing, like whatever you're going through, can one thing make you smile? And sometimes when you think about it, that's really hard for some people. But then when he said, and if you can't think of something to make somebody else smile or make somebody else smile. I think that's what he said. So, you know, sometimes we gotta let the stress and let the tension go long enough to do that. Sometimes we're too filled with stress or too filled with tension So we ain't thinking about smiling sometimes. We ain't thinking about laughing, let alone thinking about making somebody else smile or laugh. Sometimes you almost have to make yourself get into that place. Joyelle says, you all brought me so much joy today. Thank you, Joyelle. You brought us joy too. You cut up in this chat. You got your whole vocabulary, your whole own language. Y'all know Joyelle got her own whole language up in here, okay? Everywhere she goes, you're going to know her. All right. Joyelle says, yes, Stefan, life is shorter than we imagine. Baby, listen, people have been leaving here left and right. It's not Big Mama, them. It's younger people in our communities. And all we can do, all we can do is pray. And sometimes people be like, they do all that working out and all this and all that. And, but still, just think about it. If you, some stuff is hereditary, y'all. So to do the working out and trying to eat better, it's still more beneficial. It's better for you not. Even if it makes you, believe it or not, if you eat junk, and then you just kind of let it go, you might feel a little funny that first couple of days, that first week. But then you start to eat better and better. Within a month, you start feeling so much better. Like you may feel a little, oh, this doesn't taste too good at first. And you may feel a little queasy or whatever when you're trying to transition from that like jacked up diet. You start to eat better. Well, like maybe 3 weeks later, you'll realize that you feel better than you did before you changed your diet. Does that mean it's the answer to everything? Does it mean working out is going to stop everything? No, but what it does mean is you got to put prayer first anyway. You got to put prayer first. And sometimes it takes you to get older, more seasoned. And sometimes there are some young people who know this. A lot of young people are very smart, very intelligent, very much age appropriate. They're a lot more intelligent than some people who are old enough to be their parents, okay? So you got to just kind of sometimes kind of relax, release, relate, remove as much as you can. And yeah, things happen, but working out, trying to eat better, maybe it won't stop any and everything, but you will feel better. It'll make you feel better. Joyelle says, yes, Stefan. Oh, I saw that one. The Linus says, I just buried my mother. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, the Linus. This is a different process. I'm just glad I'm around to continue to be. I'm sorry to hear that, the Linus. Listen, that you don't get over it. You don't get over it. You learn to deal with it. You learn to go on. Because you have to, that's what they want you to do. And especially if you have kids or spouse, you have siblings or other family. Some people don't have a lot of family, but it's like you have to find their way to keep moving, to just keep on. Because when it happens, it's like things will forever be different. That's all you known from the day that you entered the world until that time that they went on, So it's just you're gonna be you. You're the lioness, but you're gonna always feel. You're gonna always feel that's like you want your mama. Like that's everybody. That's everybody. And even if it's not a person's biological mother, if you've had that mother figure, you're going to always miss your mama. So you just have to it's just, and it's hard. It is hard, very hard. Joyette says, oh, Jesus, my sister, Linus, my prayers, love, and condolences to you, beloved. I'm so sorry. God, please comfort my sister. Exactly. I'm so sorry to hear that. Stefan says, sorry to hear that, the Linus. I just lost my grandma. Her funeral was late. Really, Stefan? I'm sorry to hear that, y'all. So y'all needed to giggle or something, or like I said, even if you can't laugh, you can't smile, make somebody laugh or smile, watch somebody laugh or smile. You could do any of the three or all of the three. Try to laugh and smile, make somebody laugh and smile, or watch somebody else laugh and smile. Joya says, mercy God, my condolences to you too, Stefan. Definitely, definitely, definitely. My condolences to both of y'all. Cause losing when I lost my mom, that was that's like it's not even explainable. Sometimes you can't even explain because it's like you changed. It's like some people it changes them, but even when it doesn't change you, it's just the change. It's something that it's just things are different. You know, things are different, especially when that was the matriarch, or if it's the patriarch, if it's the father or grandfather. Things just change and it's different, and it's just you always wish that it could be the way it was. You know, you whatever the situation was with them, you pray that they're okay. You believe that they're okay, but that's a part of you. That's where you came from. So that change affects you. So I guess I could say it changes you. It changes you. You're still you, but that's something you have to adapt to. That it's unexplainable. It's like you understand it if you've gone through it. It's like not even unimaginable pain. Yes, Joyelle, the void. Exactly, exactly. These small nuggets of joy sustains us. Yes, yes. The line says, "I buried many, 20 people even within 6 months, but one, but this one is different. So finally, align this rock to grieve and stand strong." Yeah, you got to allow yourself. You got to allow yourself, and then it's like people can say that, and sometimes it's just how you don't want to say, like you don't want to not say anything, and then sometimes you feel like you're saying something that's redundant that people are tired of hearing, and sometimes they are tired of hearing it. But guess what? It's better to comfort somebody as much as you can, and even if you're like some people aren't good at that, um, so you have to, you just kind of know when people aren't good at that. But when they're trying to be consoling or comforting, but some people just can't. But so sometimes it kind of makes us feel away when people say certain things. So what I say is, because sometimes it is really hard to know what to say, because whatever you say, you feel like they've heard it so many times, and I think that's what happens sometimes when a person is trying to express themselves or their condolences, because you want to say more. Sometimes people they be kind of stunned and kind of don't know what to say, but all you can do first and foremost, if you say don't say anything else, say pray. It's just like my pastor told us, the shortest prayer is the word God. The shortest prayer is the word Jesus. The quickest thing you can do is pray. So you just when you hear that, you hate to hear it, and you offer people your condolences, and I offer both of you guys, my condolences, because like I said, it's a void. Like Joyelle said, it's a void. It's unimaginable, but it happens. So y'all just stay as strong as you possibly can, and always remember the good times. Heck, even the bad times, the times they fuss. Because if I could hear my mom just fuss at me, at least you can hear her. At least I could hear her, At least I could hear. Joyelle says, bless your heart. Thank you, Joyelle, and Stefan, my love and condolences as well. You're right about it. There are no words to. Yeah, that's why sometimes I see people, they're trying to be expressive. Because I've been stuck trying to, like, what do I say? But then on the other end, the person who's dealing with it, they feel like, they almost kind of catch it like they don't know what to say. Don't let that, when you do run into somebody that doesn't really know how to address it, don't let that make you feel like you're burdening somebody. Like the Linus and Stefan, if you have to express yourself, express yourself. Of course, to people love and trust, or sometimes just like now we're having this live. Because we're over here. We're never about trying to make somebody feel um uncomfortable. That's what we're supposed to do. Try to make each other laugh. Do we? Is everybody gonna get along? No, everybody's not meant to be around everybody. But I like to be around people who I feel like if I have something to say, if they hear something wrong from me, I can explain it to them. I'd rather them tell me that they took it this way so I can fix it. Sometimes, and that just brought me back to like sometimes you don't know what to say or how to say it. So for y'all to tell us that, it may let me know at least y'all felt comfortable because y'all didn't know what we would say. Because when y'all said that, I was shocked. Like it hurts. Like, of course, it hurts y'all. It's unimaginable, but it hurts because if you know what it feels like, then we somehow can kind of relate to how you're feeling. So just try to put yourself in situations to laugh when you're getting down, when you're getting sad. Think about some good times. Think about some funny times. Like I said, you might even think about the time where they fussed at you, whooped your butt. They were here. It's gonna make you feel them. Joya says you're right about it. There are no words to ease the ache. But sincere prayer, exactly. Sincere prayer helps. Yes, yes. Preach while just call out His name. Just call out His name. I'm a witness. He will be with us. I call out repeatedly, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Exactly. I say, yeah, Joya. I'm telling you, I try to be like that. Like sometimes people don't know how to take you, and sometimes I don't know how to take people. I think all of us have been in that situation where people mistook us, not mistook, but mistook us, or we mistook somebody, and we thought we could do this, we thought we could say that. And I mean, that happened to me yesterday, y'all. It's like this is why I don't like to go into different people's chats, right? The line says, Lines, thank you as well. I haven't even said anything, but really, I'm glad you felt safe enough to say it over here, the Linus, because these apps can be funny. But sometimes it's kind of like when you run into a stranger that you don't know and you just start talking to them. Or if a stranger runs into you and they just start talking to you. Sometimes it's something about a person or it's something about a situation or an environment that you probably wouldn't normally say as much, but you go ahead and say it. So if you say it, that means it was meant for you to say. And I'm just glad that we here can console you and give you our condolences, you and Stefan, and just let you know, keep praying, keep praying, keep praying, and say the things that really make sense. Because when you say something like I don't tell people to get over it. I do hear some people still say that. I don't say that. Honestly, I feel like you don't get over it. But what I feel like is they want you to learn to deal with it because they want you to live on. They want you to be happy. And they really do. They want you to live on and they want you to be happy. Joya says, and we will always be connected to our yes throughout umbilical cords. There's a term for it. I can't think of it now. So it's just sometimes you just feel like, and I understand what the line is saying. Like we're talking about something very, very serious, one of the most serious things you can talk about. But sometimes you just don't feel that environment. Just like I said, I went into a chat yesterday and I was like, I came to support, and this person is just kind of mentioning my name over and over. And y'all, I'm like in the chat and I'm like, okay, like have you ever felt like the spotlight is just put on you and you wasn't for it, like you wasn't ready, you didn't go there for that, you just went there to support? Kind of think of it like, say for instance, like say 50 Cent's getting an award, right? And you got Dr. Dre sitting over in the corner in the cut. Nobody really knows Dre is there. And then this one reporter or this one kid or this one person sees Dre. Well, while 50 is trying to do his thing in front of the people, they see Dre. And they keep saying something about Dre, about Dre, about Dre. That's the best, and Dre's probably like, it's about him. And that's how I was yesterday. I'm like, this is about you. Like, this is about you. Do your content. This is your channel. I really don't drop in chats because of that reason. Because I feel uncomfortable when people start to say your name like that. And then I saw somebody in the chat and I'm like, okay, I really don't want this person drawn to me. And you consistent, like, I was like, nah, I'm good, I appreciate it. And they like, nah, I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and you don't want to keep going on and on. Sometimes you just don't feel like you're in a safe space. from the smallest thing to the most important thing is what I'm trying to say. And that's, I'm glad, I appreciate that Stefan and the Linus, I appreciate y'all feeling like safe enough to even like let us know that. Lion's mama Leo too. We always have wisdom and joy. Right. Always. Always. I apologize. I had a moment, and hey now y'all, look, don't apologize. Don't apologize. You needed your moment. You needed your moment. Like Julia has to throw the purple heart in us in. Yes, you needed your moment. So it's like, just if you feel comfortable, that's where you do it at. You know, and then, and if anybody in here had said anything that wasn't in accordance to what they should have been saying, that would have been a problem with that person. Something ain't right with them. Something is not right with them. You're welcome, Stefan. You're welcome. If anybody had, when somebody, because y'all know these apps can be wild. They can be wild. And they can be crazy. So when you express your loss, is anybody in the app, I mean, on this app or any app or in the chat, any chat, because even if you don't know what to say, what do they usually say? Don't say anything at all. If you don't have something nice to say, and not only if you don't have something nice to say, it could be a whole totally dynamic if you don't really know what to say. Because that's just like sometimes when your friend comes to comfort you something during a situation. Sometimes they don't have to say a word, just them being there, or just that particular friend being there is enough. Sometimes they don't have to say a word, just that particular friend being there is enough. Sometimes it's that this particular chat, thank goodness, was enough for what you guys had to say today. So I'm glad, I'm glad that it made you feel a little bit, probably a little bit lighter, a little bit better, express it a little bit. So that's like I said, it's about not just physical, it's about physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It all affects your heart, mind, body, and soul. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. All affects your heart, mind, body, and soul. Right, Joya, just listen. Just listen. Sometimes some people do that the best. They do that. Sometimes you can have one friend come and they're just listening and they're just being there, but you don't quite feel the comfort that you feel when friend B comes. Friend A can come, they're just there, but you just don't, and you love them the same. Maybe even love A a little bit more, but A may be kind of rigid, may even, when a person shows a little bit kind of they're uncomfortable, that makes you even more uncomfortable. But B may just have a demeanor about themselves that they can, you can be more expressive towards them. And they seem to be more receptive. Not that A is not receptive, just that A may not be as much of a people person, but they love you, so they're there. So you appreciate them. But you may fully open up when friend B comes. And you and friend B may not even be as close. Sometimes it's just the way it's an air about a person. It's an air about a person. Stefan says, yeah, I burned out on YouTube. Be so negative. I only come out once in a while now. I know, Stefan. I noticed. I know you did, because I'm telling you, it's like people are adults, right? They can do whatever they want to do. But I'm telling you, I really don't go into chats anymore. And when I do go into a chat, it seems like it makes me understand even more why I only go into certain chats. And now after yesterday, it's probably, I go to Georgia Girls, Sin City, Loca. It's about two other people. About two other people. Of course, if my bro Chef does something, I'm going to his chat. And that's about it. You know how you usually say you can count some on both hands? Right now, I kind of can count on one hand. Maybe a little bit on the other hand, like which chats I go into. Because sometimes you can make, like, I feel like when you make an adult request, if Stefan says, oh, I'm good, y'all, don't do whatever. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to keep on and on and on for a whole 20, 25 minutes. Now you have done exactly what he said he was uncomfortable with. You know what I'm saying? And he may not have said he was uncomfortable. He may have just said, okay, like with the situation with me, I was like, I'm good. Do you? This about you. When I say that, if anybody ever tells me that, I back up. I stop. I start, going with the flow of whatever else is going on. Because that's telling me right there, like, okay, I see you. Thanks for the recognition. Like, it's not that you're not being humble or whatever. It's just that sometimes it's like Stefan said, sometimes you need a break. And when you have discernment, sometimes when you do enter certain chats, you know who you don't want to, communicate with. Or you know who you don't, like, you're going to be polite. You're going to say hey to chat to everybody. If the person, even the person you see, they speak to you. But it's just something about, and especially when you've been through some things on here. If I say, appreciate you, thank you, I'm good, like, let's just like let it move on. Right? You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, I got people still talking about like, when you change your name, I'm like, oh my God, I changed it. Like, changed it for a reason. I don't really like going in the chats. And see, that's what I'm talking about, that uncomfortable feeling. Sometimes you have to feel really comfortable to say something. And it may be somewhere you rarely even go, y'all. But it can be there. It can be a stranger. It can be somebody who's not a stranger you just haven't seen in a while. And then you can go into a place that's familiar that makes you feel uncomfortable. You can go to a place that's familiar that makes you feel uncomfortable. Delina says, I've always been a protector. It's a process, but I know without a doubt, broken hearts will be repaired. Yes. Joya says, yes, Lord, I stay away from channels that are filled with mess. I have to protect my peace. Exactly. Amen, Delina. Broken crayon, still color. Yes. Come on, Joya, y'all. Yes. But also take some time out for you. Right. Take some time out for you. Go through every emotion that you need to go through. Reflect. Remember, laugh, cry, think positively, even when you hurt, and think, most importantly, how would they want you to be? How would they want you to be? Right, broken crayons still produce. Exactly. Yep, that's definitely true. It's definitely true. It's just like fruit, y'all. We eat it. If we could take a seed from it and plant it, it doesn't have to stay in perfect form. You can eat from it, take the seed from it, plant it, and grow more fruit. So things don't have to be in perfect form. The broken crayon doesn't have to be perfect. The red crayon, broken or brand new, is still going to color red. It's your color. When you use it to color, it's still going to be red. Yes, and recreate. Right. It's still gonna be red. And it's gonna be red until you use the last piece of it. So perfection often comes through the imperfection. Perfection comes through the imperfection. Because let's think about it. If something is perfect, how long is it going to be perfect? Especially when you're talking about people. The most perfect beings are babies. That's the most perfect you're going to be in your life as a baby. You're going to grow up. You're going to start to have some experiences. You're going to go through some things, some good things, some fun things, some happy things, some sad things, some bad things, some traumatic things. So that's the most perfect you can be. And even as a baby, you don't even know to be happy or not yet. When you enter the world, you just enter the words like, I'm out. But you still want to feel some warmth. Because you've been in your mom's womb, you still want to feel some warmth. You still want to feel close to somebody. And a lot of times they say it doesn't even have to be the mother, but I do think that babies know a difference. Even newborn babies, when they come out, like say for instance, they're adopted or something, I do still that there's always going to be a connection there. Like Joya was talking about the umbilical cord. It's always going to be a connection there. They may grow up never ever knowing that they were adopted, but usually they end up finding out or being told or they know. But say you get to be 15 and you don't know. Say that person said to solve this, we have other kids, but you know it's always going to be some family member or some neighbor or somebody in the community to say something. But if you can move to a different state, nobody ever knows. You have kids younger than this child, or maybe kids like a year or two younger, older, but they don't, know. Remember, that baby may feel a little funny because most adopted people say they feel kind of funny, but doesn't mean that they don't love that adopted mom like it's a mom, because when she adopted it, I'm sure she kept it warm. I'm sure she held it close, and that's all babies need when they come out. They're pure perfection. They just need to be taken care of. And once they start to grow, they get their first little scar because they fail trying to learn to walk. So their body is no longer completely perfect. But guess what? It is perfect. It's their perfect. They're imperfectly perfect. And I think that's everybody. Everybody. Look at Joy. I was heavy handed. All mine used to break. Okay. They used to have a little sharpener on the box. Girl, I break mine sometimes trying to sharpen them, Joyelle. Joyelle said, not these bad children. Delina says, thank y'all again. I wasn't even supposed to be here this long. I was handling business and then started cracking my jokes. Because Delina, you be coming with the jokes, okay? Joyelle says, I'm so glad you stopped by, boo. Joyelle, not you was coloring hard. Listen, y'all, I was coloring hard and sharpening hard and everything. Joyelle says, we all needed this. Yeah, exactly, Joyelle. They needed it. We needed it. Everybody needed it. Because, I just think we all feel like a little bit lighter. We've laughed. The laughter, we aren't laughing as much. But guess what? I bet you the lioness, Stefan, we just feel better. I'm glad I went live when I did because I started not to. So now I'm glad that I did. Joyelle said, can tell her nothing. I'm glad that I did because y'all know I usually it'd be about another 3-4 hours before I go live. So I'm glad I did. Thank you for those hearts, Stefan. I appreciate y'all. I've been on here almost 2 hours, y'all. It's been a long time since I did a 2-hour live. So that means this live was meant to be. And it was just us. And y'all know I like it like that anyway. I like a small chat so we can just connect, talk, have a good time, and be us. Okay? Be us. Come on, Joyelle. Joyelle says God is intentional. Definitely. He sure is. He sure is. Definitely. Very intentional. But whatever y'all you do, again, when you think about them, think about those good memories, think about what they will want. When you start to get those tears, let them come because they're going to come. You probably wouldn't feel right if they didn't. But always think about everything that they told you, everything that they taught you, and how they would want you to be. Because that's all we can do. The line that says, my sense of humor is my mom. Y'all think I be crack. She used to crack. She used to be something else. The line is. Yes, Joyelle says both of y'all the line is. Yes, it is. And that too, you're an extension. That's how you have to think of it. There is her. She is still here. Part of her is here because of you. Part of her is still here because of you. You're that extension. If it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be here. So a part of her is still here. Like they say, our moms have every egg they'll ever have as a baby when they come into this world. And you know, when they start teaching us about the birds and the bees in school and stuff, it looked like I remember them saying something like that back then, but I wasn't thinking, I didn't know what that meant. Y'all, we still really didn't. They needed to break it down a little bit more. So think about it. You are a part of your grandmother. And and that's just what it is. The genetics, hereditary. It's just you are when your grandmother got pregnant with your mother, she already knew half of you was already there. Half of you was already there before your mom even went through puberty. Because we're born with every egg that we'll ever have. We're born with every egg that we'll ever have. So yeah, when they say your grandma carried you, they technically is true. Because when she was carrying your mama had every egg she was gonna have. So what we have to think about it is that's that connection that's like no other. There is no connection that can be that strong, that powerful. That lady, we was just cracking and talking about our next birthday. Oh, that's right, sis. Our mothers already had us in them. Yeah, yep. Half of us, we was there, just waiting for the other half. Didn't know who the other half was, what other half was gonna make us, but we was there. We knew who she was. Joya says, "Preach now. These are facts." I tell my baby, your grandma is your mama. She is. Yep, that's how it is. Alliance says, "Joya, yep, she played too much." The line is, if she anything like you, she used to be. I know she made a lot of people laugh. I know she made a lot of people laugh. Girl, leave me alone. The line is, if she anything like the line is, I know she made a lot of people laugh. But yeah, when your mom, it's just a void. It's just a void, and like Joya said, it's unexplainable. You know, when you talk to somebody else who's gone through it, that's honestly you don't have to explain it to them because they know. That's they understand. They understand. They understand. And you know, no matter how much people say, be good to your parents while they're here, be good to your parents while you're here. God forbid when something happens, you still gonna miss them like crazy, regardless. You gonna miss them if you was as perfect as you could be, and you gonna definitely miss them as far as the ups and downs went. Cause you gonna think about all the times when it was down, you're gonna be wishing that it should have been up. But what you have to do then is you have to remind yourself that we're still flesh. You know, we're still human. And sometimes we do stuff that we know we shouldn't do. As it relates to our parents, our siblings, our kids, our spouses, our mates. Sometimes we do things that we know we shouldn't do. And we did them because we're in the flesh. So we're going to have those emotions about, I shouldn't have did this and I shouldn't have did that. Try not to beat yourself up about it because you can't change it. Even when they were here, you couldn't change it. So hopefully you got a chance to just be a better you to them. That part of the line is, I got that from my mom. Let me see, y'all never met a stranger. Yes. And see, those are the best people to be around because they're gonna make you feel comfortable anyway. And if they don't make you feel comfortable, they're gonna go out of their way to make you feel comfortable. It's like you're gonna feel a comfort around them off the top. And if you don't, they're gonna go out of their way to make you feel. If they feel like you're tense, if they feel like you feeling like, if they feel like you're feeling like y'all ain't meshing, you got some people they don't meet a stranger. So she acting a little standoffish, a little stuck up. Let me let her know that I ain't that way. They don't meet a stranger. You gonna talk to them. They're gonna talk to you. They're gonna make you feel comfortable. Delina says, Joya, nope. Matter of fact, you're already cheating on whatever time we have game night. When is game night, y'all? When is game night? Oh my God. I busted out. I told Mad Dog something one day in her live, and she gonna fact check it, and it was true. She gonna talk about, you're right. I learned something new. Like, yeah, it was something. It was something in one of her lives. I can't remember what it was. What was it? Oh my gosh. She did a game night one night, and I cannot remember what it was, but it was hilarious. It was, I think Mad Dog didn't believe it, and it was true. That might be what you're talking about, Joyelle. Okay, she didn't. I lied, and she gonna fact check it. Okay, so she didn't believe it. That I might be talking about the same night. I can't remember what it was that you told her though, but I think I remember that because I remember Mad Dog researching. I remember Mad Dog researching it. I sure do. I remember that night. I cannot remember what it was though, because I remember her saying that she learned something new. I can't remember what it was. Oh my gosh, I wish I remember what it was. Oh my God, what was it, y'all? But she be giving me with that Family Feud sound. I said, Mad Dog got the Family Feud. What's that little thing? What you call the jingle? Mad Dog got the Family Feud jingle. It be saying for me, talking about I don't know what you saying. She almost blocked somebody today, and they was giving her a remedy for high. Little Joy, yeah. She be looking at the camera like I be laughing so hard. She be looking at the camera like, what the hell they talking about? She be looking at the camera like she don't be knowing what the hell some of them people be talking about. And then she'll go and say, baby, I don't know what you mean. I'm so tickled we wouldn't be no good in the same room. She talking about, I thought you was a troll. she, probably, she probably did. She probably thought, I'm surprised she didn't say, y'all get him out of here. Or y'all get her out of here. She probably did think it was a troll. Oh my God. She be looking down at the camera like, I be like, sis, scroll, just scroll up, just scroll past some of them comments. You cry. That don't be funny. I be like, just scroll. Can you just scroll? I be like, y'all tell her scroll, as if y'all can go back up to the top and say scroll. She told, what Sia say when she said she wasn't no troll? I think I had left out of there. Right. She should. I think I had left out of there because I had to go toward the end. I think I stayed in about midway to about midway, but they be coming in there. Some of them people be on some crazy stuff. Oh my gosh, I can hear it too. Did they leave on Joyelle? Did the person leave or were they still in there? Oh my God. Leah be tripping. She said, what? I don't know what you talking about now, baby. What you talking about? Okay, okay. I'm glad she stayed so she didn't get blocked. And she didn't leave. Because you know, sometimes you might not block them and they'll just leave because they think you're trying to be funny. And sometimes they think you're trying to be funny. And because they're like, I'm not trolling. And they'll just leave. So I'm glad she didn't just leave. Oh my God. Those people be coming up enough. I mean, oh, they're hi. Say hi to me. Say hi to me. I'm like, oh my gosh. If it's hard, do you see how many in here? She probably don't even see you. We be a mile down the road. She be a mile up the road in those comments. Her reading voice though. Look, when she starts singing, I just throw the phone down. When she starts singing, I just throw the phone down. I told her pear juice, and he gonna talk about peach. Is it peach lines? Peach? I don't know about now. Peach might tear you up, tear your stomach up. I guess you know how some people can't tolerate peaches. I mean, they may tear your stomach up. Well, I guess it's having the same effect, but I think the peaches are a little bit harsher. They're a little bit harsher. Now, apple juice, pear juice. I think the best is prune, then apple, and I think pear. I think apple is a little bit better than pear. Either one of them can make you cramp. You know, it's the sugar. Some people are kind of like their digestive system don't tolerate the sugar that well. But usually, because like even for babies, like I was telling her in the chat, like they'll say give your baby prune juice instead of trying to give them some type of laxative. Because if you give your baby a laxative, you know you're gonna have to get that from the doctor. So initially, you can try the prune juice or the apple juice. And usually babies are drinking apple juice anyway. Sometimes they don't drink as much prune juice, but it's kind of good to have your baby drinking prune juice. But that prune juice, apple juice, and I've heard pear juice, but some people kind of tolerate pear well and some don't. But like I said, some people tolerate apple well and some don't. It's the sugar. Sometimes the digestive system just doesn't work. Sugar doesn't click well. With a little training, she probably could sing in the church, right? The pear juice gonna have that stomach rumble. I'm telling you, like the Yin Yang Twin song. Joya, tell me why I was about to sing it. The line that says, I'm tickled what the fire y'all talking about, but yes, prunes are good fiber. Yes, we talking about that fiber, the liners. We're talking about over in Sin's chat. She was talking about she was constipated. And they were talking about somebody said peaches work on Joyelle. I could see peaches working. But it seemed like peaches will really have you tore up though. I don't know. I think I'd try the prune, apple, and pear first. I was sure about to sing it. I was sure about to sing it. I love them. I love the Yin Yang Twins. They like the most down to earth people. Like if you ever meet them, they so down to earth. After a concert, like they got security or whatever, but it's almost like you would never know. They gonna hang with the people. They gonna talk to the people. They even know some of the people for real, for real. They just like they like that. They real down to earth. I like the rappers that be like real down to earth. You know, sometimes you can't be too free with some people, but they was real. They was like always kind of real cool. Anybody else that I ever talked to that met them said they was always real cool. Oh, okay. She forgot what his parents said. Peach. Okay, I got you. They don't work that fast. Oh, okay. I thought they'd tear your stomach up. I don't know why I thought that. But peaches, they do have they have fiber, but it's hard. Like I think it's a little bit harder. It takes a little bit more time to digest. But for some reason I just thought they would tear you up. Maybe because they're harder to digest, I was thinking that. That's what their stomach be doing. Don't run no errands. Okay, I see Sin said she had to stay at the house. And you're right, they came to Tuskegee. They came to Tuskegee. Very down. Yes, that very down to earth. Like, oh my goodness. They the type that if you're at a concert and you tell them you want to surprise your teenage son or daughter or your husband, a big fan, girl, they might pop up on you for real. That's how they are. That's how they are, and that's how they talk. And some people probably be like, "Oh, they ain't gonna do it." Yes, they will. I was literally we was talking to them, there was literally a couple of girls that they had went to their houses. They had went to their houses, and they was asking them how their mom was doing, and they really didn't know them. They just had known them because the girls really liked them a lot, and they go to a lot of their concerts, and that's how they had met them. That's how they met them. We outside, sis. Delani said, "Joy, yeah, set your tail down, lady. Ain't no windows, okay?" And talking about to the walls. Leave the walls alone. Sit down. Sat down. Look, I bet Stefan in the back laughing his butt off. I bet Stefan in the back laughing his butt off. Girl, shoot. Let's see, I told you. I told y'all. I told y'all. Look at him. Look at him. I knew it was him. I told y'all. Joya is too hot. She is too hot. This is the same ATL, son. You need an IV to go to the mailbox. I told y'all Stefan was somewhere cracking up at us. I knew he was. Oh, Joyelle, I had That day I went to see him, I went to Walmart. Like after, that's when Walmart was staying open all night. Oh my gosh, I saw some of my coworkers. God, I did not hear the last of that. Ooh, we saw lines out there. Her rims was out. I said, "Oh my God, y'all lying. Y'all need to stop lying." The IV, you ain't lying. Oxygen. Not the IV and some oxygen. Ooh, I ain't here. Ooh, they talked about that forever. I was like, oh my God, why I had to run into these fools at work that I work with? Why? Whew. Now, when you go somewhere and you see people you work with or that you go to church with, and you've been out that night, ooh, you ain't gonna hear the last of it. They're gonna talk about what you had on, what you had hanging out, what you had uncovered. They're gonna talk about it. They're gonna talk about it all. The line that says, "Go ahead and show your legs now," and end up like a banana. I don't know why they hid that comment. Can y'all see the line? This is comment. Let me see if it let me show. Okay, I think you can. I think everybody can see it now. The heck? Julia says, "Want to piss me off? Let me break a sweat and think I'm cute. I be irritable." You can't see it. That comment. Can you see it now, Joyelle? Go ahead and show your legs now and end up peeling like a banana. I hit show. I don't even know why they it says another moderator handled it. I don't even know why they hid that. You see it, Stefan? Okay. I was like, I don't even know why they hid that. See, the stuff that needs to be hidden, oh my gosh, they be letting that get by. Come on now, YouTube. Come on. I'm about to get off here, y'all, because not only now do I have to get in the shower, now I'm sleepy. I gotta eat. I'm sleepy. I gotta get in the shower. I gotta eat. And I'm sleepy. What the heck? See, that's what a good workout do. That's why sometimes people work out at night right before they go to bed. Listen, if you work out at night, you will feel energized right after. Like, okay, this is how it goes. Well, this is how it is for me. And they usually a lot of this is kind of most people say it works like that with them. Right after you're done, you're tired. Probably within 10 minutes, especially if you get you some protein, you hype, you have energy, or like you just feel good. But when it's time to go to bed, you come down and you get good sleep. You come down and get good sleep. So a lot of people say they love to work out at night. Yes, exactly. I know you. Yeah, it hit that comment, the lioness. I don't know why I hit the comment about the banana. By showing your legs and the banana. I don't know why they hit that. Wake up out of your sleep in the TDJs. Woo, child. I'm gonna stay up. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna let that cold water. I'm gonna get in some cold water. I'm gonna let the cold water hit me. I know it didn't say nothing bad. I don't know. It does that sometimes. Joya says my workouts are mainly evening workouts. Yes, it helps you sleep. Like I'm a night owl, but I do notice when I work out at night instead of the mornings, it's better for your sleep. Now some people say they prefer mornings because they say when they work out at night, it's like they had their energy and then they're just kind of awake. But some people say it kind of helps them to unwind. So it probably got to do with the type of exercise you do, like how intense and stuff like that. Just like they hid me from Sin's channel. I didn't say, she said she never did, because she never did. She never was able to find you. I told her to look all the places I knew. It's like the Google, like the Google has a place where they have people block. YouTube has a place in the like if they're in the chat and you hide them, I think it go to your community block list and it wasn't there, or you can go to their channel and unhide them. So I think that's the 3 ways you can go and hit to their channel and hit those three dots at the top and see if you can hide and unhide there. If they're hidden, see if it'll allow you to unhide. But sometimes a person will be hidden, and when you go to those three dots, it won't say unhide. So if it doesn't say unhide, you can't do it there because it's not showing them as hidden. So if you go into your community through your studio and you don't see them there, then that's the second way. And the only other way I know is to go into Google Contacts. Some way you go into Google Contacts and there. But she said she didn't see it in any of them. So I think sometimes maybe they do it because they think somebody said something inappropriate or something. I don't know. They something else. I'm like, these other people be like cutting up bad. I'm talking about be saying some awful stuff in the chat. Thank you, the Lioness. The Lioness says, y'all enjoy the rest of your day and week. Much love to you all. I need to eat. Okay, me too. I need to shower, eat, sit my butt down somewhere. I guess that's all else I can do. Thank y'all for joining my live. I appreciate y'all. And come back tomorrow. Lord's will, I plan to go live tomorrow. And inside, because it's too hot. It's just too hot. Joyelle says they get these people who don't understand our language or the context. Yeah, exactly. Definitely the context. Oh my gosh. And Joyelle, some of them understand it because some of them be trying to be on it. Okay. Some of them understand it because some of them be with it. Some of them be with it and some of them be trying to be with it. Okay. Like, don't do us like that. Joyelle says, my aunt used to say, exactly, Joyelle. Is shave and shower. Exactly. All right, sis. Have a good get you something to eat, the Lioness. Y'all have a good rest of y'all night, a good rest of your Monday, good rest of your week. Keep pushing. Whatever you gotta do, keep pushing. Keep getting through each and every day. Pray, get up, and keep going your way. Stefan says, ladies, have a beautiful day. Thank you, bro. You have a beautiful day too, Stefan. Thank you again for being here. I missed you guys. I missed Joyelle, Stefan, the Lioness. The Lioness was coming over here sometimes, especially when I go live during the day. So I missed y'all. I'm glad y'all came by. Come back. But I definitely understand the breaks. You need the breaks. The Lioness says, I'll post some things I haven't posted. Okay, the Lioness. We'll be over there. Love you too, Joyelle. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.